Right. So we're about to do this. Yes. Amachiwa. One moment. Let me grab my staff. Shikas Machua. Koye. I feel. I hope you feel. We're gonna feel this consciousness, this transmission about angels. You say guardian angels, okay? But it's also, you have a good side, well, you'd say positive side. Well, you have a negative, dark side. That's one with the fallen angels. Hachiwa. That's weird they do that right away. Greetings, Holy One. Machiwa-chan, what's going on? Yeah. Connor! Oh my gosh, both of you, look at that. Chiwasi. We're all, namaste. We're all like coming on in with this vibe, this angelic vibe, hopefully, connecting to light. Well, maybe some of you are connecting to that darkness. I wouldn't know why you would want to do that. Come back to the light, holy ones. What's up? That's what we represent, but we talk about the darkness. What's in there? Okay, we talk about it a little bit different point of view. You would say from religion. Okay, I mean, no disrespect to them. I love you. We represent all law of one. All are God. So even the fallen angels are part of God, not separate from God. Okay, so you can never be separate from God. And God is always within. You understand this part of angels, archangels, good or bad, all are one. All are part of God. And we talk about that here on Christos Avatar, innerchristos. So we're going to be going over that today. Because you can see, in order to actually explain angels, yes, and fallen angels, well, you have to go beyond the Bible, honey. You have to go beyond spirit only or science only. Because both are just part of the whole, picture. It's not getting the full answer on one. You're getting half truth. You're getting part. Instead of going towards both spirit and science, and we call this sacred spiritual science. We talk about the unified field. You're going to learn about dimensions, right? And different matter forms. Okay, God is tangible. The soul, angels are tangible. Honey, we're going to go into that realization tonight. And maybe you might hear something you've never heard before. And that's okay, right? Because we are going on an awakening. What's that? Okay, a spiritual awakening. So now you consider these topics outside the mundane life, outside of the matrix, outside of this hologram reality, virtual reality. Is it make it any less significant? Realize spirit is in here. In the house, Fatos, what's going on? At Chiwa, this is a spiritual transmission, and it's a flow. It's not a script. It's not a hello, stutter. You're going to have a flow, a river. Just, you know how sometimes, like in Nevada, I used to live in Nevada, they made this huge dam so they can stop the water, control Mother Nature. So, kone, sitas. Well, no block here. This is flow. It comes through. It's a transmission of code. Energy is conscious. Consciousness is energy. It's something you feel. It's something you experience. And so you too can experience angels, archangels, fallen angels. Okay, there's all kinds of types out there. So when you welcome to the Christos point of view, the Guardian Alliance, all are one, law of one point of view, Makaya. See. All right, more activity in the house. We got Toyota I or AI. All right, yes, you came early. I came early. It's always just the right timing. Sinister Track, whoa! What it do, Big Liren homie? What's up, Vato? In the house. Lirens, man, what's up? That's what's up. All right, Deborah Sky. shining her light. Oh, cool, yeah. Thank you, sister, for recently becoming a member on my Patreon. Elijah Warrior, Queen, my dude Davian's on dropping truth bombs. Let me grab my popcorn. What's up, Elijah? Yeah. More homies. More angelic gangsters. We call them spiritual G's, man. What's up? All peaceful. Okay? It's through a peaceful spiritual awakening. Chan asks, how do you know where your soul came from? Good question, Holy One. Realize we have three originating sources. So you could check what you kind of relate to, because you have because it's called the Universal Trinity, that all of these angels and archangels are coming through. A Universal Trinity. What's that? That's the Solar Rishi. It's hard to explain if you're new, but this is like, well, first of all, so it's important to talk about dimensions. Here we are in the third dimension, but these angels are they're not in fourth, fifth, but they're in sixth dimension, which would be 3 levels above human race. And you realize part of reality, even if it's not talked about in your Bible, it talks about the hologram field, and how these beings, all of us, we're different races of beings in all these different levels of reality, not just 3D, but 4D, 5D, 6D. And we reflect that macrocosm into our microcosm, because along here, you have all those dimensions within you. So then we realize, oh wow, so we're here in the solar plexus, okay? So some of you are able, you're starseeds, you're empaths. If you're dark empath or empath, it doesn't matter. You're one of these ones who have the DNA, who have the ability to perceive these angels. They might not just come to you in the typical form or what humans expect or what humans imagine what is an angel. So what is really an angel? Okay, so we talk about that here, and we talk about the archangels. And it's a matter of what level they are, these beings, these extraterrestrials, these multidimensionals, are using portals, time portals, using time travel by going through by going through a Stargate, not going warp speed. Like the movies are trying to tell you that you're going to have to, even light speed is slow, man. When you're trying to go somewhere into another dimension, wow, it can't just be a second. Yes, it can. This is what interdimensional travel really is. It's gate hopping. You can have these spaceships. All of these fallen beings have to use technology. Okay, they're not connected to this life force, so they vampire energy, and they're just like light workers can be masters. Angels. Fallen angels, you dark people, who are not following love, who are not following, all our God. No, you want to oppose that. And that's exactly what these fallen angels have done. They opposed that. No! I am your God. I am you to mock creature. Wow. You're a little bit upset? A little bit angry? Something? That's not God. So, this is a war between guardian angels who guard. Hello, not the typical idea out there that it's some spirit right here. It's watching you and protecting you. Honey, it's not an angel. We have to redefine what is angel. And we realize the different levels of reality that these beings, why do they look different? Why is there an angel and an archangel? Well, it's a higher level being from this being, what we call soul or oversoul. Okay? So we go beyond even archangel. There's beings you might have learned about, but there's beings called avatars. Not like the movie. This is a level of consciousness, of spirit. And I'm going to show you tonight on this diagram. What's that? Check it out. It's on my website, honey. Mokoye. What's up, Vato Locos? It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be this connection that you feel. You can deny God. You can deny Christ consciousness. You're not going to go for that Christ consciousness? What's up, Vato? That's a 12D. D12. And humans are in 3D, remember? So, how do you know? How do you know? Well, Vato Locos, this is the yellow ray. This is the green ray, man. What's up? But more, the blue ray. Dang, yeah, that's a future. Here's the indigo ray. Okay, so this is where now we go up to the crown. That's the archangel level, starting the archangel level, 7th dimension. This is your 7th chakra. What color is it? It's violet. Okay, so there's also these archangelic beings in the 8th dimension, which is the gold chakra. Then there's beings in the 9th dimension, the silver chakra. Those are all, those 3 levels, violet, gold, silver, chakra, are the archangel level. Your 3rd eye is the angelic level. So this is consciousness, okay? And it's an alien race. Part of what you are is being projected in the hologram. Your DNA. Your DNA is projecting your form and your consciousness. So based on your DNA, is going to be your experience, basically. So whatever you're doing, you're always adding to your DNA, your morphogenic field. You know, that is basically, no one did this to you. If you're suffering, it's not because some creature or some other power put you here. You brought yourself here. You could say it's karma or whatever, because you let's say you were really bad to someone in another life, really horrible maybe. Well, and maybe you lived to be super wealthy because you were a master, crime or whatever. So these beings are going to experience, something similar. Like a spiritual lesson, not like a spank from God, but simply it's in the physics of the hologram. Like that's what happens when you do something. Like the result of what you did before is now a result of what you're experiencing now. So be careful, be mindful of how you treat people, because if you harm some people, Vato, you have to experience it now. Because now you'll live a life where, ow. So those thoughts, I'm overpowering you, I'm dominating you, and this one is, the one that's suffering, whoa. So, we have to heal that. Vatos, what's up? My homies! Ah! Isabel! Greetings, Holy One! Sinister Trek! Can your soul feline, hominid, or Lyran humanoid? Oh, you're talking to Chan. What's up, Sinister? Deborah Scott in the house representing. Thank you for joining my Holy One. Look at you. I thought you were on Patreon, but now you're on this. What a trip. Thank you, you're awesome, sister. Makiwa and Machiwa. What's going on, Danny? How you doing? Sometimes this is what you call light language. Another language, other part of me, your brother Davian. Like, we talk about your personal Christos. You have a personal Christos. Well, some of these beings talking through this session, you can call this a session of spirit transmission. This is my transmission of my higher parts, not an external being, not some creature, not some spirit, not some trickster. Realize you go inside your Maharic shield, you start dealing with Christ consciousness and these spiritual beings. You see them. I mean, this is way beyond the 3rd eye. This is only 6. That's 12. You're bringing 12th dimensional awareness, 12th dimensional ideas, 12th dimensional connections, which is that avatar level we just mentioned that's above Archangel. Christ consciousness is above Archangel. Realize we have these levels of that's part of natural development. And in this system, you could do the opposite of grow and expand. You could actually fragment and fall, descend. Ascension, descension. Which one are you going to do? So it depends on those thoughts again. What's your DNA look like? What's this life feel like? Well, that's a culmination of many of your thoughts in your other lifetimes. Okay, and it's all simultaneous, so it's a trip, right? What's up? So that's why it's like music. You push a tone down here, and a tone up here, and a tone up there. You're a multidimensional being, and it's changing something. So if you start changing vibration down here, it's affecting up there, and vice versa. So it's not just you, it's your many other selves, but that's all you. So it's your higher aspects who see the many. See, you're a plural being. You're a collective. You're not just one. You're many. The one is many, and you awaken more to more other parts of yourself. We call your simultaneous incarnations as your personal Christos. So the Hindus go to one point, right? Oh, you reincarnate. Oh, then I died. Then I became this person. Honey, there's more than that. It's more than that. This not really, the time is an illusion. The time is misleading. They're simultaneous, not past, not future. We have to get used to understanding multidimensional identity, multidimensional consciousness. It's not something wrong to have, other personalities. Understand? You've been diagnosed, something's wrong with you. Hello. You have more abilities than the people around you. Understand? In the future, you are a collective consciousness. So what that means is you are seeing yourself in many different time vectors at once. And the higher you are, the more population of your personal Christos you can see. Like all of your density 1 selves plus all of your density 2 selves plus all your density 3 selves, and on and on and on. As a being that's awakening, hi, some of you are awakening, what's up? As you awaken, you start to connect to these angels and archangels, man, which are you. You are an angel now in the future, but you can connect to that future now. Bring that part of you. Bring that part of you. Okay, connect to that part of you. You want to find some way to connect to spirit? Well, that's how you do. Connect to spirit by awakening your chakra. You'll see it. You'll see angels and archangels who people say, is all in your own mind. It's only your belief. It's not real for everyone. So understand, these are the people who don't activate. Are you one of the people who aren't activating? Activate. Open chakra. This is a bunch of spiritual lessons. This is a bunch of spiritual lessons. And this is the spiritual lessons of the angel. Remember, you're down here, but you want to be 1, 2, 3. There's angel, archangel, those 3 chakra. This is the 7th. This is the 8th. Gold chakra, right here. This is heart. This is throat. And know that you have a palm chakra. So you can feel. Move your biofields are going like this, right? A sphere around your body. Then another sphere around that one. And then another sphere around that one. And these are all different waveforms, different colors, different light colors. So this is starts with red, spectrum, and then it to the closest, and then it goes to the orange spectrum, the yellow, the green, the blue, the angelic, indigo. So you are learning this science once again, Vato Locos, spiritual gangsters. What's up? Give me 5, indigo. Yeah. Indigo, dark indigo. What's up? Emerald Covenant. Remember that? You're part of that. Angel, Archangel. I believe I am an Archangel because I know I've connected to my 8D, which is freaking Gaia. So I know I'm from Gaia, at least. I mean, my memory at least connects, but I'm already experiencing plasma level in my own experience, in my own meditation, by doing the Maharat, the shield, and bring. I'm teaching you guys how to do this on this channel. It's not even the membership stuff. That's just more. I'm teaching you guys about this, like stressing it, and we get familiar with it all the time. It's a liquid light. It's a liquid light field that you're going to learn how to run it and bring it, create it on a regular daily basis. So, going through a spiritual awakening takes work, guys. Not just, maybe I'll think about it a little bit here, a little bit there. Hey, you're God sovereign free. If that's what you want to do, that's what you're going to do. Others, hello, are awakening. Yes? Some of you are hungry for knowledge. You're hungry for truth. You want to feel this Christ consciousness. You want to see an archangel, alien, spirit. Or maybe some of you are into the fallen ones. Maybe you want to see a daemon. Maybe you want to draw your blood and connect to the sigils by placing your attention there. That's what you're into. You're into it. You're into Ouija boards and connected to all kinds of beings out there. Fallen ones, demons. We got archdemons. Well, chica. There is a light, but there is darkness. There is a conflict. It is spiritual warfare. We were born into spiritual warfare. Some of us, it's not like you think in the Bible. These are alien, multidimensional beings. And they are from these higher levels of reality that you call dark avatars. Okay, so these beings are reincarnating into their seeded races. Like you have the fallen Jehovians. Okay, these are fallen Elohai. So they're called the Elohim, specifically Anu Elohim. This is tonight's topic, angels and fallen angels. Well, these are the fallen ones. Okay, the ones that fell from the blue flame Elohai, Elohim. So the fallen ones are called Elohim, and it is these beings, the Jehovian Anunnaki, or their forefathers, the Anu Elohim, Giovannians, creators of Yahweh and Jehovah God stories. Well, these beings, Machiwa, are those fallen angels. Not only them, there's other dark avatars in the reptilian sector. So these fallen ones are part of these stories from Nibiru, not even human stories or stories from Earth. Some other planets' stories. Hello? We're awakening to this memory, this guardian code, and holy ones. You remember this code? You're part of this seraphim. You know those are angels. What about the holy Elohai? Christos, 12-dimensional, Akachiwa. You're part of this. You are the guardians. You are the guardian and angels for a reason. Okay, we came here to protect, against this legions of fallen ones. Kachia. It is God too. We just don't, condone what the darkness does. We don't judge them even though they judge us. They want to harm, they're vampires, man. What's up? Straight up, they're gangster in a bad way. What's up, G? These are the fallen Elohim. And there's fallen seraphim. And it's these gangsters that are even fighting each other. Because they're competing. Sometimes they'll get along. For the most part, they just want to be the one who's on top at the very end. So, of course, they're going to try to like trick each other here and there. I see pit. Well, maybe that happened on purpose, right? I see pins. My little thing is growing, right? You remember? It's growing, man. What's up? Hi, beautiful. I love you. I'm sending positive love your way, and you know, you charge. It's like some of you practice some magic, right? It's gonna be white magic. You're not following gods and worshiping and taking blood pacts, man. If that's your way, that's your way. No judging you, because we're law of one. Because we recognize all as God. That's something that not all people are like, what? No. Yes. But you decide, vatos. You're the one that has to understand. You're the one that has to activate your chakra. There ain't no solar flash that's gonna just whisk away all your stuff. Oh no. You're gonna actually still grow your 4th strand and grow your 5th strand. Okay? That's not the angel level, but you're at least getting what your quota. You need this quota. To go to the 5th dimension, you have to have the 5th strand. Okay? Or you don't go from a solar flash or anything if you don't have 5 strands. And it's not going to just give it to you. You know how ascension works? You literally, to get a full strand, you have to live there. You have to live during all those periods to get the strand. Oh, you don't do the living because of some magical fairy dust of solar flash. No, honey. Sorry, it's another new age trap. If you believe in it, I love you, no judgment. We're just telling you from this, point of view. Machiwa. No solar flash. Mokuche. Wosutas mataya. Here is a spiritual war, man. There is darkness here, and there's a guardian here. Guardian angel, fallen angel. We don't want to verse a war, but they don't give you. They're the ones attacking you. Whoa! Someone's attacking you. You do something, or you a sheep. You're like, roll over me. Okay, I'm not worthy, so do whatever you want to me. What? You are God, sovereign, free. Don't be duped that you're anything different. That don't be fooled and tricked that God's outside. I'm sinful and horrible. There's no God inside me. Hello. You're all God, Vato. Dark empath, dark witch. You're God. And if that offends you, you want goddess or whatever. God has no gender, vatos, vatas, friends, girls, boys. There's no gender in God. You learn about the density matter. You guys, it matters. The matter matters. In spirituality, you have to know the matter of these beings. If you just think it's this carbon matter and it's just physical, well, it's not just physical like matter. It's different matter. So these beings that look like ghosts because they are like ghosts. They're a different density matter. They're like see-through. What? You put my arm through. Whoa! I got this plasm ghost. What? So well, there's different beings beyond that. They look like crystal. They're crystal beings. And they can change their shapes, no problem. These are the archangels. The archangels can change their shapes. Think about that one. And the angels can't, because they're in density 2. They don't act. Hey, I correct myself. That's obviously not correct, sorry. Because people in the density 1 can shapeshift. So just realize, though, that when you do get to density 3, whoever's in density 3, all those beings can shapeshift, because density 3 is like this, matter form, crystal, it's crystal silicate. And you have, it's like not like a physical body anymore. And then then there's pre-matter. So this is the step before no body. You still have some tiny slight form there, but you become like a liquid being, a crystal liquid being. And then that, which is the avatar, the Christ level. Okay, and then we have the Rishi beings beyond that, which are crystal vapor. And so that's way beyond archangels. You could say archangels are on the baby levels, the mid levels at least. Understand? So we just acknowledge that because there's some discrepancies in these religious books, but realize that they're in other worlds. But be more specific. Which level? Okay, what level? Because they don't talk about it in these books. This is scalar mechanics. This is a universal Templar. We talk about all these different aspects of the universe and God and spirit and how the ascension works. And it's not happening through a solar flash, sorry. Machiwa. Okama. And these same people who are saying it's a solar flash are saying all people ascend. All of them are ascending. That's so many red flags in that statement. I'm sorry. That's the, like, if you were in a court of law, that's the one thing that will just crucify you. Not literally, you know what I mean. That's the thing that's gonna screw you all up. Right there. You stop right there, honey. Machiwa. Not everyone's ascending vatos. Not everyone's turning into a saint. Because of what? Because something else happened, so you now you're just, all of that's all taken care of, and I'm an advanced being in the 5th dimension. No, sorry. I mean, it doesn't take long to think about that one, and just see right through this shit. They don't understand that, hey, here's something you're probably not aware of, Vato, that just, my lawyer can see holes in your freaking case. There's something called your morphogenetic field, your race morphogenetic field. And hello, we're not from Earth. So our morphogenetic field does not exist. So you explain to me how, from your solar flash explanation of ascension, that, okay, you didn't even talk about that part. What? So you realize that our human morphogenetic field is in somewhere in density 2. You can't have some special knowledge or technology that actually helps you slide through, because you can't. This is not an ascension planet, but we have to use bioregenesis to ascend. To ascend, you have to actually not rely on some solar flash. You have to rely on your. That sounds like total. I don't know. It should be an insult to your intelligence, but apparently it's not. People love this. Solar flash, poof. Oh no problem. Everyone's saints now. You have to live in all these levels. You have to go through it, or you can't get the strand. It just doesn't go poof. It's a hologram. That's how the hologram operates. You have to have a strand of DNA has 12 substrands. So every little strand, you have to live lives in it. And you have lived lives in it. You're going to live all these lives, not just go solar flash and skip dimension 4 and everybody, a human race goes to dimension 5. No, no, brother, machiwa. When someone takes the guardian materials and does this to it. So, you guys, you have to do the work. You don't do the work, you don't go nowhere. Straight up. And quite frankly, this is not an ascension planet. The Guardian information tells us it is not an ascension planet. Earth, Tara, Gaia, Armentana is not an ascension planet. Something else will be. Something else is in another time frame. Something about Aurora. But realize that there is a whole bunch of people going into the phantom. It's an ascension. Some are falling. When you die, you will fall. I mean, some people have a waiting point. There's a waiting point until the cycle is done, which is another couple thousand years. So, ascension is still way far off. I mean, when it comes to your soul, before your soul actually does the chamakaya or the fall, there's some waiting place. And we talk about this in some in my angelic human race video. It's one of my first videos I made on this channel. But you guys, it's about consciousness has to go exist in all these levels. And you don't just skip a whole dimension. Everyone thinks you're skipping 4D. You don't skip 4D. You actually live lives in 4D. You go through the astral, man. You have to have a 4-strand. Oh, you're going to say you're going to have a 1-strand, 2-strand, 3-strand, and a 5-strand because you went to 5D? What happened to this strand? You need to go through astral 4D and 5D. You have to go from 3D to 4D and then 4D to 5D. No, we're not talking about indigos. Just a little caveat. A caveat is this is not the same for indigos. If you're an awakened indigo, what's up, Vato? What's up? If you're an awakened indigo, honey, you're going back to your dimension you came from. Sup? You got the DNA, Holmes? Spiritual G's? You guys got the 4-strand, the 5th strand, and some of you are working on the angel's 6th strand. I want to see angels too. Right? That's beings of your level. You're going to be those level. You are this level, multidimensionally speaking. You're already there. It's a hologram. What a trip, right? We're experiencing a separate experience here than our higher self. Well, gee, I want to be embodied there. Can I switch? So, we're going through an ascension, Vatos. It's not always comfortable, because there's a lot of dark energy and consciousness on the planet. So you, as an angel, a guardian angel, by the way, not this, oh, there's a spirit protecting you. Maybe there is, but it's not this. That's not what angels really look like. I guess some of them do, but realize that's another density. But anyways, it's not like the artist did in the in the Renaissance period. That's where you get your idea of an angel. So you can think of it more of an energy brilliance, this light. It is almost like blinding. You see a density 3 being, much less an avatar, So you guys are part of something great. You're part of these angels and archangels coming down to earth level to help us because the angels love us so much. They're not some servants to men, servants to God. Realize this is the Bible perspective we're talking about, and you would say spirituality perspective, like energy consciousness point of view. that God is not a boy and it's not a girl. It's beyond biology. You know, density 3, the archangels are etheric beings. They're in those etheric realms. You don't walk. You're not really flying. You're like floating. There's no walls and sidewalks and houses and stuff. Can you imagine reality and thought processes? That's what those archangels are. Some of them will be experienced in your dreams. Some of them will come to you and you'll as a spirit guide, so you're not tripped out or you don't know what's going on. So they have the ability to shapeshift. They have the ability to appear to you in a different form. No problem. Remember, the higher evolved beings can all shapeshift. They only shapeshift for whatever, I guess, coming down to here. Because we spend so much time on what things look like. But those worlds, what things look like can change, morph. You know, I just made a video about morphing or shapeshifting. It happens in density 1. Most of the time it's an AT though. Or some witchcraft, magic, black magic. Just like there's beings, the necromatons, alien angelics, fallen angelics. Well, these beings, because they're avatars too, the necromatons, the men in black and all that, and different creatures and things. These beings are a third gangster fallen angelic race. You can say there's 3 legions, 3 different main legions. The fallen Elohai, Elohim, and Anunnaki angelics, the fallen Seraphi, Seraphim, reptilian, draconians, dragons, insects, bird people, and then a third one, the necromatons. They're like part Anunnaki, part reptilian. So a whole bunch of half reptilian, half Anunnaki became a third faction. So that's the necromatons. So you have 3 main factions, and they all have dealt with us, messed with us. These 3 different alien race factions, because there's many races, the many races in these 3 main factions, well, including World War I, World War II, in ancient times, ancient Egypt, and back into Atlantis, back in Lemuria, these beings have been here. Well, the Draconians came around density, the second seeding of humans, because we've been wiped out twice. This is our 3rd time. This is our 3rd time. And you see, we're still under fallen angelic attack. It's coming through our history there, and it's like, realize that these are multidimensional aliens. And so these angels are aliens. They're aliens that come from higher densities. They come to you, and now they want to conquer you. They want to control you, or wipe you out, or you know, they're vampires, so feed off you, or you're just used for entertainment purposes or whatever. You know, you're like a slave race to these rulers, gods. That's what these false creed beings want you to believe. They're convincing you. They are convincing you that they are your creator God. You guys are worshiping, many of you worshiping creator gods. Some type of creator God that has some type of name. You know, the Jehovah is a name of a god. It's also, wow, the name of an Anunnaki race. The first Anunnaki race. I mean, the main one, the pure blood. Jehovian Anunnaki, we say Jehovian because they come from the Giovannis, which are the Anu Elohim, the fallen Elohai. The fallen Elohai are Anu Elohim, but are also called Giovannis, Jehovians. The ones who created Yahweh and the creator gods, Jehovah. This is what people are worshiping. I mean, you guys, I respect your beliefs, and we're showing you the Guardian teachings. The Freedom teachings are talking about this history. So we are, you know, part of that. All this drama and what's going on in the world, yeah, there's what you call a holy war going on. Holy spiritual war. It's in our politics, it's in our religions. Okay? In our spiritual beliefs, even modern day beliefs, these beings are masterminds. So, excuse me. Dark, but intelligent. Very intelligent. Let me say hi to everyone again. Candace Wood in the house. What's up, spiritual gangster? What's up, sister? Monty Sue. I can be a demon with those MFers or an angel. I let them choose how I'm gonna be. Wow, we got a warrior in the house. What's up, Vato? Alright, I like your spirit. Chica Light, what's up? Ooh, Funky Tiger. We got members in the house representing that blue star. Thank you, Shannon Light. My Chihuahua sister to you. Oster One in the house. Yeah. I want some popcorn too, man. What's up, Chicky? I love you, Monty. Montsu. Daniel, I love Daniel. Much respect. Thank you for representing. All you guys' energy inside this field. It feels good. Abyssal Saucer 15, what's up? Hattie. Much love, Holy One. Yeah. I actually haven't done that in a long time, man. I can't wait till I get to finally be independent financially and I can go see a movie. Oh my gosh. I was homeless when the last Star Wars came out. I still haven't watched it yet, man. Dang. So that's sad because I'm a big Star Wars buff. But anyways, I'm looking forward to sequels of the new Matrix. That'll be awesome. What's up? I hope they don't do it a disservice. I haven't watched the new one yet. I'm gonna watch it in a couple days or soon, and because I want to see if they ruined it. I hope they didn't mess it up with new age bullshit. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say nothing about the new one. I just love that movie so much, so I think it's badass. And what's up? That's what's up. Now, that's not our reality exactly, of course. That's just notice they don't talk about dimensions of reality. Most spiritual systems don't even go into that. Here we are talking about it. This is how you understand what are angels and archangels, holy ones. And there's you would say, from the top down, you would say you would have the Lyran High Council, which are the Christos founders race, the Lyrans, the Anuhazi, feline blue cat people. Now, these are the Christos beings. That's what you really look like at that level. Your 12th dimensional level, your Christed level, is this holy cat hominid race. Their image is on our planet, in that giant statue called the Great Sphinx. Okay? So that Great Sphinx is the holy Elohai, blue flame, representing who we are. Fatos, gangsters. This is our world. This is our gates. We're guarding these gates. We're guarding this consciousness. We're trying to balance this darkness, because surely there's darkness. The fallen angelics are very successful sometimes. They win and take over. They can. So it's not like, a walk in the park or everything's going to be cool for most humans. When in reality, there's so much stuff a lot of people need to start learning. That's why I mentioned the Ashiana Dean, Yasha Ashiana. She is the one you want to go to for most of the mechanics. So I will be teaching some mechanics, and I already have, but mostly if you need that stuff now, I would say there's a paywall there though, so some people don't want to do it. But I'm not getting anything from talking about her. Okay, I just like to mention the source of the information if you want more. So now, this angel and archangel, we just like, wow. Those are worlds and experiences we've had. Some of you have had in Gaia, are having. That's our Lyran Syrian level. We're Lyran Syrians on Gaia. Before we had some problems with it. Understand, we had to flee to Sirius B. So we're part Syrians now. So it's interesting because we had the pyramid aligned. Oh my gosh. Is there something wrong? Oh, you tripped me out. I thought there was something wrong. Thank you, Nixo. Or you guys are cool. Yeah, it's like a spiritual war, but it's also about the aliens. So, and that's why I talk about them. If you guys want to look at my post I made about the Anunnaki, I mean the Anu Elohim. Look at my blog post on my website about the Anu Elohim because I just updated it today because it's one of the most important ones to read because it talks about how these beings started with this devastation to our planet, to the Lyran planet, and it's these fallen Anunnaki who became these dark angels, you would say, fallen angels. So the Bible, sure, it gives you one point of view, but the Guardians bring this point of view. You realize it's a war that happened, and technically is happening now. But we say it's billions of years in the future, which to them, to us, well, it's the past. We're supposedly the past, but they're the future. But it's the future that affects both. It's a trip. I mean, it's a multi-dimensional hologram, so there's multi-dimensional military, angelic operations going on. It's a trip. It's a time war. It's a time war in the hologram. It's all simultaneous, but it's a war by going through gates and portals, and these beings are trying to take over at many different levels. And also realize there's a whole set of us on the antiparticle universe. We have a parallel. Everything is duplicated, on another level. Not to mention, if you have shadow, of course you have some shadow. Some of that's in the phantom. Parts of you have fallen. You're trying to pull some of that out. You want to try to bring, because you're the ones healing or have the knowledge. Some of those dark parts of you don't remember shit like this. They don't remember their connection to God. They see you, they won't understand you. Maybe you won't understand them. They have a different consciousness, a fallen consciousness. You're still part of the living matrix. They're not. These are phantom beings, man. They siphon energy. It's a real deal, guys. That's why it is, like the name of the video, spiritual warfare. And if you're a guardian shining light, hello, you're going to experience some darkness coming at you. You got to know how to, arrange your life not to be affected by this darkness. You got to set your life up to be in a position of connecting to your higher parts. That starts with your thoughts. It starts with your relationships. It starts with you making changes, transformations. You're healing. Some of us are clearing karma. You're meant to take care of some of this sewage, some of this darkness, some of this, blackheads. You got to get this crap out of you, this shadow out of you, this ego out of you. You got to cleanse thyself. Holy wands, Christic wands. Christ is returning to earth. Christos beings are returning. Humans on earth are awakening to the Christos. That's what we're saying. You awaken to that level of yourself, You're healing yourself, awakening yourself, and connecting yourself. I like the sound of that. So connect to that 12D level every day. And miracles will start happening in your life. I mean, everyone's at their own level. I can start to finally see these things lucid. Not all the time, but a lot of times I can get to that level of clarity. And I'm not even, I can't say those words anymore because one of my videos got limited, but this thing, it's consciousness right here from another world. So freaking cool, man. And, think about that. Something like this is so powerful. It awakens your DNA due to a higher potential. Like, it's kind of like you go through a near-death experience. I hope you don't have to. Out-of-body or near-death experience. Just having that experience awakens something in you, even though that's not a good reason why, right? You don't want to have to go through that. Well, sometimes you can come back with first of all, you could remember what you saw on the other side and bring that back to this world because you came back alive or whatever. You thought you were out of your body or dead, but you came back, but you're not finished. So you saw for a brief moment even, or you just don't remember all detail, but there's something else out there. That's these other dimensions, man. That's these angels and archangels and fallen angels, and it's a spiritual war, and you're part of it. Shining light. Look at all things as reflections of you. When you meet someone who has an issue with you, realize it's them having an issue with themselves. You are the mirror. Yeah, that's part of your multi-dimensional identity. Nicholas Bailey. Your 4-year-old just said Wachiwa. Yeah. Machiwa. Baby Indigo. All right. I need more awakening lessons, says Chan. Any suggestions? I would say just you could focus on this type of information. You can start with the Voyager's books, but some of the techniques have to be updated because it's 20 years old, but it's still very helpful information. So you can take a look at our sister's site, Ashiana Dean. That's her. I meant Lisa Renee. You can check out her site as well. So she has some stuff to learn. Besides that, meditation, learning some breath work, and chakra work. Specifically learn chakra work because you want to learn about, become aware of these chakra and know how to get them activated, know how to start feeling energy and start perceiving from these levels. Because most people just think of the third eye, well, that's just one center. There's other centers like down here. Okay, and up here and beyond that you can start to learn about. It's a craft. It's a, you would say, a mastery. You want to become a master of energy, a master of consciousness, and you will be like a wizard. It will be like just be able to be like this. People would be doing miracles, kind of like you see some type of supernatural stuff. They'll be able to do things in front of you. It'll be undeniable. Right now, that's suppressed. People already can do amazing things, but that's suppressed. So, you become awake to this stuff. You gravitate to truth, right? You only seek truth. That's what's coming to your thoughts. Some of you are seeking truth, seeking light. Yeah. Well, keep manifesting that idea. Keep putting that idea. I am knowledge. I am knowledge. I am knowledge. I am Christar. I am Christar. I am Christar. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God, sovereign, free. Yes, Machiwa. 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 Yeah. It's like affirmation, right? You repeat, like, and we do it only 3 times because the energy is kind of like reinforced. And it's a part of magic, white magic. You're trying to manifest a positive thing like love or something. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. But we're not taking some little creature or some little thing's energy. We're not putting our blood contracts. It's sad because some people are doing some pretty scary stuff. They don't realize it. So now we practice a different craft. We don't use black magic symbols. We will use a 6-pointed star, not an inverted star, not some twisted star. A 6-pointed sacred geometry that's natural form you can see in nature. So this is a center of truth, a connection to truth, to light, to this guardian law of one, to inner God, to the inner Christ. This is your true. Everyone's potential is inside yourself. You always have this basically greater self. We call the higher self. But that's kind of, confusing because we have many selves. It should be plural. Put an S at the end. Well, selves. So you have many selves, and so you could just say my other selves when you're trying to tell someone an explanation. You could say past self, because if you know it's in a previous time vector, a previous incarnation, you know that it's previous, but we're trying not to think like that. We're trying to think multidimensional. Whoa. Anyways, you have the palm chakra. Be aware of this energy right here. Should be able to feel resistance. Play with it and become aware of your fingertips chakras. Each fingertip has a chakra. So you have palm chakras and fingertip chakras. And just like you have a cone coming out with these chakras, you have a cone in the front and the back. Well, so does your hand. Both hands, okay? You have a magnetic and electric. So it would be the opposite on this side, electric, magnetic. So Reiki doesn't talk about that, but anyways, when you want to work with sending energy, you need to cover the top. Like electric, magnetic, with on magnetic. You're not, and then it, electric. So you're not letting the energy bleed out. Anyways, people are still able to utilize some current because I felt it on my back when someone did it to me. I felt it. And you guys understand, if you're able to feel those things and sense those things, man, that means it's possible for you to learn how to truly awaken that. You guys are getting signs and little like awarenesses of that stuff. Start trying to listen into that subtle communication. And language isn't always in English. I mean, it's not always a language, spoken language. Sometimes you get a different type of communication. So you are a psychic being, and some are clairvoyant, some are clairaudient, some are clairsentient. Some people have ability to perceive in those other levels of oneself and the world, and even if those around you cannot. So we are trying to awaken that within the earth again. For ourselves, don't you want to be multi-dimensional? Have different connections of yourself coming in, pouring into your mind, to you don't you want fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional thoughts and sixth dimensional thoughts? If you're going higher, then go higher. You'll get more higher awareness. Like some of these greats in our history who have managed to reach high plateaus of this mastery. We're going to be healers, man. We're going to be miracle workers. There will be a population of us on a planet being able to do some incredible stuff. And of course, all the people witnessing it will want to learn. And then that could start an awakening. If there was some positive, like serious, group energy happening like this. That's why we do it peacefully. It's not a war. We're not going to do violence. This is all peaceful through energy, through conscious awakening. It works on numbers, though. We want to get a lot of people to start a wave of awakening, So, you guys are blessed, man. You guys are beautiful. You are amazing. So glad you're here. Wow, 3 times NDE, sister. Oh my gosh. That's amazing that you had to go through that. You're a survivor, man. Look at you. Good witches are real. Definitely. It's kind of like, they still call it a craft, and they may work with herbs and stones and stuff, but it has to do with what you're doing with your thoughts. These people just know how to use ritual. You don't. You're not used to thinking like that. But these people do it regularly. So can you, though. But most people are into the matrix. So that's their choice. But I want to expand, dude. I want to see these changes and go through this knowledge, and help others with it. Mwakuye. Alichka, Ego, yes. Greetings. So lovely to see you, Holy One. I hope you're feeling better today. I make good protection spray. There we go. Lucky Charms. Make yourself a amulet, a talisman. Why not light some candles and say a wonderful protection or cleansing spell, or you don't want to go into other people's free will, though. You start messing around with that, then you are practicing the dark side, honey. That's against the law of one. That's against people's, permission, or they didn't agree. So, wow, this is a record, you guys. 60 people. Good to have you, Vato Locos. The angel topic is very important. And think about it. There's different religions that see these things as in different ways, right? So some people are going to think of an angel in a whole different point of view. And we talk about it as explaining it through this matrix. Let me show you the matrix, which is part of our reality field, which is another paradigm shift within itself, right? To realize that we're multidimensional. Like, if it's a new concept to you, it's like, huh? What are you talking about? Machiwa. Sorry, I had to open it. So, angels are a level of consciousness. They're actually density 3 consciousness for archangels. You know this density 3? Let me make sure I'm seeing this. Yeah. So these are archangels. And your third eye, the indigo chakra, the sixth chakra, your third eye, this is the celestial angel, which is way in the future, as you can see. So these are beings that some of you are awakening your chakra, so you're able to bring this identity of yourself. It's confusing at first. You don't know what the hell's going on until you start to learn this knowledge of the Templar. The 15-dimensional time matrix, spheres within spheres. This is God coming into a hologram, starting with the Ascended Masters at the top. They're at the top. And then they go into the hologram. So God became Ascended Masters, became these races inside the hologram. And then it goes through these levels. It comes from the top and comes down. And so you can see the angels are somewhere in the middle. And just like you have drama over here, you have a whole nother existence on the parallel. All these races and parts of yourself are also will be on this side, in the antiparticle. So this is a grand thing that's going on here. This is a big thing that you guys are part of. So tonight's topic is about these beings from this level and up here, this level coming down to your world. Coming down through stargates. Some of them use UFOs. Some of them just know technologies of consciousness. Like an angel would know these abilities to appear to you, to appear to your third eye. That's what they're doing. They know how to do those things. They're higher parts of us, you guys. We only have this this is our experience right now. Well, these are freaking high-level beings. They're coming down. You already have, as soon as you get to the 4D, you have a collective consciousness. So these are giant collectives by the time you get up to your archangelic level. An archangel is a collective, a large collective comparative here to down here. Like here you go up to 144 different selves. Then you have those amount here, you have more selves, and it comes a lot into some of you have a few thousand other selves. So there's these beings called avatars, even the Christos avatar, the Christ level, the 12D level. That's where you can leave the time matrix. As soon as you get to the 12D level, that's what being Christed means. You can now leave the time matrix. You don't even have to stay here. You can leave. You can go back to eternity. You can go back to the Ascended Master level. If you want to, some people will go back down to the human drama, way down here, and help you. Try to help this planet. But there's a lot of fallen beings, the ones in red. All the ones in red, those are fallen races, entire races and planets. And we're talking about the Giovanni, who are actually the fallen Anu Elohim, who created the Anunnaki. That's why they're called Jehovian Anunnaki. These are made by Jehovians. So these are the fallen angels. But don't forget about the dragon races. This is where the Dracon are coming from the Omicron. And the Necromaton are at the same level as the Anunnaki, Anu Elohim. So these fallen angels are coming down into your world. You know what reincarnation? Well, they have bodies down here. And some of them are part human. This is what we're dealing with. These are the demons that are coming in. They become alive through hybrid DNA on our planet. They're walking around just like us in different bodies that look human. So this is where you get Lucifer from. Actually, I made a mistake. It actually comes from Inky. Sorry. A different Anunnaki. It comes from Inky Anunnaki. I get people messaging me, hey, isn't Enlil good? Isn't Inky good? Hello. No, this is not just a person. You keep thinking of it as people. Man, I was explaining to you, these are collectives. They're not people, they're not individuals. Inky isn't a person, it's a race. It's an alien race. And I'm going to eventually make a video about Archangel Michael, because Archangel Michael is a race. And part of their DNA, hybrid DNA, is Nephilim. We talk about the Nephilim, which are a Jehovian race. Giovanni Machiwa. They were the Supermen talked about in the Bible. Why? Because they had Anunnaki DNA. So, not only human. So these ETs from these high levels create races to, like the races down here and more, all these hybrid races. They come into your drama through these lower races. But these souls, their soul is actually way up here. They're avatars, man. These are dark avatars coming into your world. All right, about the locals. Sorry, I wanted to explain that. 61. Wow, what's up, vatos? Maybe we'll get to 70, Candace. Come on, guys, do your positive mojo. You got spiritual mojo? CA Dave, what's up, vato? I think I astral traveled once. My body looked like a rental. Oh, a retina. Does that say rental of an eye that was golden? Golden, interesting. I saw a bunch of beings, but not like you would say with your two eyes. Yeah, it's kind of like we're phasing, like our consciousness can shift, and that's traveling. You change your consciousness. That's how they abduct you. They change your vibration. They pull you into their vibration, their reality field. So it's pretty interesting, man. We're gonna be experiencing like Jedi stuff eventually, Like, you call that telekinetic powers. Imagine if there's a bunch of people having telekinetic powers. It would be like these Marvel heroes, right? Notice they have good ones and bad ones fighting each other. Just like there's angels, guardian angels who guard, and there's fallen angels who attack. So there's still these Avenger races. And it's actually the Anunnaki, that's what they're called. They're called Avengers of Anu. Anu Elohim, the Jehovians. So we are like, whoa, man. We have some, like, if you're indigo, your DNA is greater than that. I mean, human DNA is greater than Anunnaki. Because the humans are coming from 12D while they're in 11D. You saw on the diagram, those fallen ones are 11D or lower. Well, even humans are greater than them. I mean, in DNA. Because the humans are 12 strand. So, you have power over this darkness in your DNA. You can connect to it. Connect to that aurora, honey. We're awakening some extraordinary potential in the human race. We're making the ability for the planet by being here. By being here with 4th, 5th, some of you 6th or more. Well, if there's a bunch of us, millions of us, here with that kind of, activations, well, that now affects the rest of the consciousness. Now it's possible for the earth seeds to develop it within themselves, the 4th strand. Because otherwise, that frequency is not here. Well, now they're just here. They're just staying in one place. But now a bunch of indigos come in, and indigos come in. Well, now their potential is greater, right? So, but it's a spiritual war. We're basically balancing what darkness is doing on the planet. And you can look and check. It's a lot of darkness. So we're representing light, some of us. Others are representing dark. There is dark illuminated ones. Okay? And then there's guardians. Guardian angelics, you would say the positive illuminated ones. Dark illuminated ones, positive illuminated ones, called indigo children, starseeds, empaths. So you are part of this Jesus, Jeshua family, part of this DNA, man. That's your race. You're part of this race, the Magi, Holy Grail. We're the Grail, okay? We're the Grail Kings. Some of that stuff we're going to be talking about soon in my blog. It's getting into the history. And I'm going to make videos about the history that talks about even King Arthur and Excalibur and the ancient Egypt and the advanced technology they had with the Ankh. The Ankh was actual technologies. We were used to be involved with alien races. It was like a galactic thing, because our gate was being used in Egypt. People were using the pyramid to teleport. It has many you would say, uses, but one of them is teleportation. So, and I even explained that in my Egyptian Mystery Series videos. Check them out. They're my older videos, but that's one of my playlists. So watch that playlist, the Egyptian playlist, and I talk about that stuff. It's not as exciting as my fresh new videos because I've learned a lot over the past year, so now they're better. I just got to redo some of that content. Like, I would love to write again about Inner Earth, because Inner Earth in Atlantis, and I will. I just want to get the Anunnaki blog done, part of my blog done, so you guys have a reference point. You guys need to be able to see it, and eventually I'll have that ready. And if you guys are like my diagram, I sell it for just $5. It's an awesome study tool. Some of you already got it for free, but I had to, like, you know, there was so many people talking about it. I had to finally just put it on there. So now, don't forget that I will update that. It will be added to and improved whenever there's something I have to fix. I will fix it. So come back for the new version. Someday I'll have an official download as part of my website. Alright, man, 68. You guys put that intention in. You said, we're getting to 70 viewers, vatos. Angels versus the fallen angels. Basically, well, it's not only Elohai versus Elohim. Now it's Elohai and Elohim and Seraphim and Necromaton. So these angels, well, there's more than one race. And you would say beings in density 3 universe, the density 3 is actually dimensions 7, 8, and 9. These are part of your chakra, Templar. So we got some notice by OBS. Just want to make sure we're all good, right? I want to make you would say, a poll, you guys. While you're live, I want to ask you guys a poll. And I'm going to ask the question, have you seen an angel? Start a poll. Okay, the question is, have you seen an angel? Or do you believe you've seen an angel? Have you experienced an angel? Should I say experienced? No. Have you seen a real angel? Have you seen a real angel? angel? Question mark. And then yes, no, and I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't know. And I'll just put I don't know. In case somebody wanted to say that. Ask community. Alright. Now the poll is up. Don't worry, no one will see your answer. It'll just get the results. Candace, let me know when we reach 70 people. I want to know. So, we don't just talk about the angels, we talk about the archangels. And if there's archangels, guess what? That means there's fallen archangels. So, when we talk about angels, it's different from a false creed. You know why? Because in a false creed, well, they say it's unforgivable. You can't become a good angel after you fell. You're punished for forever and ever. And so are you if you don't believe this or that. But holy ones, we're talking about, and we love all beliefs because all are one, all are God. Even a fallen angel understand the law of one. So we talk about you can't be outside of God. God's not outside yourself. And that these angels are parts of yourself. They're actually time periods that you will be going through. Like right now, but think about that. As in the hologram, these beings are able to travel to you. So, so the future is traveling to the past to visit you, to interact with you. And if we're becoming psychic, can you imagine how powerful their psychic abilities are? Probably things we cannot comprehend. If you're a density 2 being, you're much more psychic than a density 1 being. Okay? And same with this, a density 3 being in Gaia, an archangel. An archangel is much more advanced than an angel. An angel is much more advanced than a human. A human is much more advanced than an animal. An animal is more advanced than a plant. A plant is more advanced than an atomic particle. But we just say that from energy point of view. Okay? We go beyond those levels. God goes beyond those levels. That's why God is not a boy or a girl. Eventually it's androgynous, where you're not even humanoid looking. You won't have 2 arms and 2 legs. So there's remember, there's pre-matter. And then beyond pre-matter is this like vapor, but it's hot plasma. So this is our reality fields, and we're consciousness who came in and said, well, let's it's the primal sound fields went into the primal light fields. So sound, the word of God, became light. Primal sound, primal light. Sound, beings from ascended mastery came into the hologram fields of light. These are hologram fields of light. So it's interesting how it says that there. Understand that a lot of these beings are forgotten. When you fall, you forget. You forget some of the strands that fragment. So these were once 12 strand. Well, now they're not. You saw the Anu Elohim are in 11 because they fell. They fell from the 12th dimension. They literally cut off their DNA. Remember, they're geneticists. You evolve. You're in those that even humans are experimenting with genetics. Well, these races that's like typical normal activity. Well, these beings make races, and then they seed them into other reality systems, lower dimensions, from the higher ones to the lower ones. So you could say these beings created you. Some beings created you, but it's all God. It's just the body. You're the soul. You're the energy consciousness. You're the being that's using this body. This body is a vehicle. Spirit uses bodies as vehicles to experience the hologram. Manifestation, physical forms, is an illusion. Everything is poof. Nothing's really here. It's a hologram. well, that's not completely accurate because consciousness is here. This is all made with consciousness. Every single, you would say, ultra micro particle is alive because of an ascended master. My question is, I think one ascended master, which is a collective, can represent quadrillions of ultra microparticles and mind-boggling numbers, right? So, anyways, this consciousness is projecting in the hologram reality. It's all made with consciousness, so it is something here and operating and running. But it's going through like a simulation. It's simulating reality at different levels. Isn't it interesting? Different frequencies, different levels. You're going to start vibrating faster. See, this is what you're doing in ascension. You're trying to go from 3D to a higher dimension. Let's say you're going from 3D to 4D. Well, this one's going faster. What you're doing is changing your frequency to match this one. Oh, now you're in 4th dimension. See, you go up in your consciousness, you go up in your speed of vibration. It's literally energy. And so this is how the UFO would work. The UFO would use technologies to change its particle speed. You know, it's about how these beings come and abduct you. We have mechanical UFOs, but we also have these multi-dimensional energy technologies going on. So they're able to get through. They have already been established here. They have bases here. Not all beings can get through, but some are here. So we deal with them. We start to interact with the supernatural, the paranormal. Maybe you will see a UFO. You have seen a UFO. You have been contacted by something, not of this world, as some other world. Those real worlds are real. These psychic powers are real. All humans have this potential. It's in your junk, but it's not junk DNA, is it? Look that up. And just realize before you look it up, it's not junk. You got something in there. When you fall, that strand, let's say you fall from 9th dimension to 8th dimension. Well, that ninth strand fragments into junk DNA. Oh, you can reverse that. That's what ascension is. We're reversing our distortion. We're growing it back. Living life grows back that DNA. You live life through these drama, and we're getting it built. We're building our key. This is the keys to the kingdom. You create the key, and now you can open the 5th dimension, for example. If you don't create the key, you can't go in the 5th dimension, 4th dimension, whatever. You know, you need to grow the DNA strand that you fragmented when you fell to Earth. Yeah. So you fell from here, and maybe you'll fall again to see, consciousness and intelligence and body and everything becomes lesser because the DNA got lesser. Oh, ascend, go on a spiritual journey, grow back your DNA. You reverse that reversal, because remember, you're here and fell, and then you went up. We're down here, but so we got a lot of expansions to do. Technically speaking, we only need 3 more chakra. We need to get to this. So 3 more chakra. Because you learn from the Kalanta that in the history, what's going on here is that this is like a rescue mission. We're building bodies for the lost souls of Tara, the fallen beings from Atlantis and Lemuria. We create this DNA experiment to rebuild them, to reclaim the lost ones. This is a rescue mission. So you literally are here to build the freaking DNA. You want to go through and reclaim your DNA, reclaim your keys to the kingdom, batos. It just takes some effort. It takes focus and understanding. Let's see. Let me see what the pulse is. We got this. Did we get to 70 tonight? 58% of you say you've seen an angel. All right, man. Excuse me. I have personally. Is that bad or something? Vatos. Satan, get behind me. I feel my 5th, 6th, and 7th chakra quite often. Does that mean I have built the strands? That means they're being built. That means you're... See, people have to understand that it's like a shutter of a camera that opens in like a spiral. Opens like this. The chakra is going to be a little bit open, or maybe it's going to be open up, keep opening up. It happens through a process. You're trying to get it open, open, open. So you can experience those dimensions and that consciousness, but you're getting a certain flow until you I think obviously, if you had those fully open, it would be obvious. Things would be I think if you had all these open 100%, you wouldn't be here. You would flash off. You wouldn't be vibrating that. See, you would disappear. You can't be too activated it would actually be dangerous if all of you were activated. So, but ascension has some type of activations that you're doing so you can ascend when you die. We come here, we have to experience death, but I know that some of the material talks about, let's say you're almost to 5 strand or 4.5 or whatever. You're almost there. Well, the guardians will help you. They will take you to a place a little bit far in the future, but keep you, train you in this future to be able to ascend to density 2. We're trying to get to density 2. Whether that's the 4th, 5th, or 6th dimension, we want to go back to density 2 at least. Wherever is better than here. So we want to go to density 2, and so we're trying to, individually we're all trying to do it, because people think the ascension is going to be like, a planetary thing. You guys, you it's going to be probably just individuals. So, I mean, it'd be cool if his solar flash just did all that, and cool, but I'm just saying it takes work, like time, development. It's not even if it's like boring or something. It's very interesting to suddenly go into spiritual dimensions of reality and see these energies and feel. It's actually like you're in to go see a movie. Well, I want to go see another dimension. I like movies too, but I want to see these other realities, and I want to like see myself. I want to, see an angel. I want to see an archangel. I have. Whoa. It's like, especially if you're on an experience, a mind expansion experience, you truly will see spirits, man. This is consciousness and other realities. Your consciousness. Hey, guess what? Sometimes you're a girl, sometimes you're a boy, and then sometimes you're not either. Those higher levels, you're not a boy and girl anymore. Sometimes you're just some beautiful being floating in some etheric realm. Maybe you're an etheric mermaid. You know? Some being that's... And like our sister says here, we want to return back to that Pegasus. Machiwa. Makaya. Masuta. Yeah, Sayua. Suachi. Muakayeva Sua. Muakatsa Ziva Kumataka. Hayewo Shua Okuma. Hapachachawa. Haka Adenata. Hata Ishi. Hamokocha. Hachichichi. Sutadma. So that was interesting. Sometimes that happens. I mean, I'm there. I can stop it anytime I want. I just sometimes let it come through. When I feel it's not a bad thing, it's like, I feel like, you know, sometimes it's like, you can see these beings out here, but you're not going to let them all in. You're just allowing a certain conduit to come through. Some of us are meant to, you know, bring it, transmit it through speaking some type of sound. Some of you are probably good with some type of instrument you know how to make, like these crystal bowls. You know, that's energy, that's consciousness. And every energy you make or connect to or experience is consciousness. I try that and instill you guys. Notice, just remember that whatever you're feeling, that it's living consciousness. Not just something you feel, but it's alive. And that you're part of this aliveness. You're part of this life force. You're part of God. God is experiencing and sending its consciousness through all these densities, all these life forms. Maybe some of it forgets itself. Some of it becomes twisted. Okay, it's still God. And we don't, as a guardian, you don't allow yourself to become a victim of the darkness. We can respect it and love it. But we're also going to safeguard ourselves, yes. We're also going to say, hey, I'm not your food supply. Moko, yes. So you can feel your thumbnail chakra, dude. Especially when you start becoming aware of it. You'll feel a little heat. A little bit of heat on your fingertips, for real. And get used to feeling energy right here in the middle of your hands. And try to visualize those axial tonal lines coming through. Because imagine vines coming down, lines. It's your these energy lines going to your palm, and it comes out here. So it runs down and comes out both arms. Let it come from here and spread out. I mean, actually, going through your limbs, your torso, your legs. And you're going to be sending it from here to here and here to here. And you're pulling it from your Maharic shield from under your feet, which is connected to the earth and drawing all the way up. It went all the way into your shield, and then you let it go, that connection, but you have it in your shield now. Now it's in your fucha. Your head is liquid light. Your arms are liquid light. Your body is liquid light. See yourself as liquid light, holy ones. That's why you say, I'm Christos. Imagine yourself as this shining, glorious, platinum being. Not pure white, but like a dark, like a pale silver. Because it's not the pure white we're looking at, which is only 12D. We want the 12D and the 11D. So this is the color we want. This is the this is the ray we want. We want this ray, and by getting used to visualizing it, like right now, with my eyes open, I can see it's light. Just by doing it every day. Every day before I go to sleep. I should be doing it in the mornings or afternoons. I just so busy, guys. But I at least get it in before I fall asleep. Always visualizing that Christ consciousness, that Maharata. You want the Maharata in your life, man. You want it in your meditation. You want it in your thoughts. Make it a personal union, personal relationship with this part of you. Part of your Christ star. You are Christ star. You're a conduit to that Christ star. We're bringing in the Christ star, the Christ consciousness, the liquid light. That's why you see the Christ star go in your third eye first. You see a white star and a dark silver star combine. That's 12D, 11D. 12D and 11D combine into one color, so now you can imagine both dimensions with one color. That's why you imagine and see it happen first. You see the white star and the dark silver star merge. They merge into a liquid light star, a platinum pale silver star in the middle of your third eye. You see it. You see a liquid light platinum star, Christ star. You see it. Machiwa. Make it as vivid and beautiful as you want. Exhale, you send it all the way down. You'll see that star go down your chakra, down through between your legs, through the ground, down through the dirt, down through the core, the mantle, the core, down into the middle of Earth. You imagine it. You have to see it. You keep practicing until you see this visual. You see your star, the star, even one star going this way, the white one, and the dark silver one going the other direction. You see them inside each other, but turning in, and you see that thing is whirling down to the earth, to the middle of the planet. And you see this speed up in the middle. When it gets to the middle, it speeds up and turns into a sphere. And then this beautiful Maharata sphere, not white, not dark silver, remember, combined, the Maharata color, the chrome color, the liquid mercury, liquid metal color. Beautiful, beautiful. You get used to this, you play with this every day, twice a day at the beginning, so you get good at it. It will happen, you guys. You will have freaking unbelievable things happen in your life. You will feel unbelievable things. It's not a hope, it's not a faith, it's a knowing. You literally will sometimes play with consciousness. Play with the energy. Focus on your fingertips, on your palms. Focus on your chakra. See it, feel it, visualize it. Constantly work with it. And once again, you're working with living beings. It's all alive. Your fourth dimension is alive. This fifth dimensional consciousness is alive. The indigo ray is alive. Now I'm doing that. This is like what I call automatic writing. Like if you put a pen in my hand, I could probably start writing something. But we get this connection sometimes that are just glorious, man. When you get like so much positive thoughts and loving thoughts, eventually you're going to see glorious stuff. There's incentive to it. Your vibration, maintaining that vibration. That's why I try to, urge you guys to be like trying to freaking master it, see it so good. Become dope, man. Become a gangsta G. You know how to bring in the Maharata. We're priestcraft. We're magicians. It's called Holy Grail Magi King. Magi. M-A-G, mage. Magician. Of light. Magic of light. Healing. Light healing. Light. Law of one. Unconditional love of Creator, of God. We're representatives of that energy, of that Christ consciousness. See field of this energy. You have to get used to seeing the planets, Maharata. That's part of this technique. You see the planets, Maharata. You're connecting to the planets, Maharata. And that sigil, that's our sigil. The dark illuminated ones have their symbols, their dark symbols. Ours is the Star of David, the 6-pointed star. And it's not a Hebrew thing. It's we just call it that because that's what people can now know what we're talking about. It's not just any star. As a matter of fact, some of these stars are not good. Something called an inverted. When in the Christos, you learn that there's things that do reverse. So inverted is reverse. Some of you are practicing reverse life. Take live and reverse the word live, because you're going against living, the living, which is evil. Live spelled backwards is evil. So we're not going to reverse that. So you actually have to reverse the reversal. This is not an ascension planet. You have to use what you call bioregenesis. Sorry. That's why I like to say DNA regenesis. It makes more sense anyways. Bioregenesis. That sounds... Yeah. Anyways, we're in the failsafe, and you gotta learn about what that is and stuff like that. And it's funny because I finally found the article that this guy made. He's like trying to debunk. Like he was following Ashana, and then he suddenly said, "No, there's something wrong with the Ashana, and it's a flat Earth, and she's going against it, so she's not." But then he doesn't delete her videos. He still leaves her on there, but doesn't agree with her. Makes a big long ass letter saying why he thinks the Earth is flat and why Ashana is actually working for the dark side. So you guys can judge don't judge, I suggest, but people will judge. I would say just, hey, check for yourself, man. Check what's coming out of her mouth. If it doesn't vibe with you, you know something's up. If you're resonating with it, then you know what's up with them. So, just had to put that in because I read that recently. I love you guys. What's up? There's many kinds of angels, right? Well, cool, yeah. They talk about some of those beings. There's an angel you're probably not familiar with. There's the Azurite angel. There's the Oraphim angel. These are beings that are part of us, part of the the Elohai, blue flame. And well, gee, some of them are part very beautiful, part bird, part feline. Birds and cats. But combined into one beautiful race, right? Oraphim angel. That's what some of these extraterrestrials look like at that density level. Little petite. That's why, dude, I swear this blue bird, what's it called? The blue avians? I swear they look like they must be Azarites or Oraphim angels or something. There's some type of angels, dude. And this is talked about by Corey Good, I know, but and I love this work too. I don't know all of it. I just know that I resonated with the Guardian Alliance. I mean, excuse me, he doesn't call it that. He calls it the Sphere Being Alliance. But I resonate with that race. It's a bird race, and look what it looks like. It's very amazing and beautiful. So this could be an Azarite he's talking to. Because those are actually like blue angels. But just realize that the Azarites exist in all dimensions. So their appearance could look like this blue avian in density, in our density. I would love to see a blue avian so I can see and check if it has cat features at all. Does it have any cat features? According to his diagram, it doesn't look like it, but dude, if it's part cat and part bird, then it's a freaking holy Elohai being. And part of my problem I found, because I'm trying to find pictures for all of these beings so I can show you, because I can't find pictures for all of these beings. Some beings I still haven't found a picture for. like actually, what does the Anu Elohim look like? Because they're called an aquatic ape, feline. A feline aquatic ape. What does that look like? Because I try to find a picture of it. Is it a swimming cat ape? I mean, does it have a tail? Well, it's a trip, right? Wow, I want to see. And plus, the Anu were a race that lived in density. They were avatars, dude. Liquid light beings. So. I'm so happy that our channel grew tonight just from viewership. That was awesome. Maine. He's saying something about Anna? Anu Elohim? Monty! Alright! Allah, but much fire to you, holy ones. Well, take a look. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Look at the Egyptian hieroglyphs. Some of these beings have bird heads. Why? You see, you're looking at angels, you guys. You're looking at beings that are represented throughout history. And just like there's psychic people having psychic experiences with demons and angels and fallen angels, well, so did they do that. They did also in Atlantis. They did it also in Lemuria. This is normal, actually. It's just now in our, you would say, contemporary time period, we're all like forgotten about that shit. We're cut off from it. We don't remember those Nephilim giants that the Bible talks about. We don't remember our psychic powers. It's all a mystery. It's all superstition. But no, it's not. We know better, the ones who are experiencing it and witnessing it. We're testimony. We're representing. Homie, what's up? You got this opening, you're representing. Just realize that most humans don't. Remember, density 1 is dimensions 1, 2, 3. You're not from density 1. You're coming down to the density 1, 1, 2, 3. You're coming in here with 4, 5, 6 because you're from 4, 5, 6. You're a 6-dimensional chakra activated third eye. Well, that's because you're from the 6th dimension, Vato, which is... I'll show you real quick. You're from the 6th dimension. And you can see the beings like some of these. Like you're one of these indigos. Wait, did I change the screen yet? Yeah. You're one of these. This is the third eye. This is the. You're one of these beings, and you're coming to here. You're literally one of these beings coming to the drama down here. So we made a contract up here. It's called a soul contract. We've made a soul contract to come and live on earth. It's a big deal when you came here. It was a covenant. You're part of the Emerald Covenant. Some of you, even if you're from the Gold Flame, you could be serving the Emerald Covenant down here. So if you're from this, if you got your third eye, you're from like almost, 57,000 years AD. You're coming from these super advanced, and that's just angel. Like our friend mentioned earlier, he feels his crown. Well, this means that you're coming from this level. Even if it's just a little bit. Remember, you don't have it completely turned on. Some of us are archangels. I know I felt my 8th chakra. And I see visions and beings from these high levels, so I know I must be coming from this. Because if you don't see these beings, you don't have the DNA. Most humans only have this. 3 strands. Chakra 1, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your reasoning mind. Your mental body. But you're not density 1. You're from density 2. And that's why some of you are actually from inner earth. Because notice inner earth is in density 2. So some of you are coming from inner earth or just from Tara if you're 5D. This is more, the 4th dimension is more about inner earth for us. Okay? But if some of you are trying to get to 5D, well, you're going to Tara. That's why I say get your 5th strand. So, just wanted to point that out. Thanks, you guys. Why they changed the old text? I'm not sure what text you're talking about. I know that the negative people have tried to change the history, so you don't remember it. And actually, they did the floods to us on purpose. They have those global floods. They did that to us. They've cleaned up things, confiscated things, or taken things off the planet. They have changed proof of the past. Obviously, they have advanced technologies. They can accomplish these things. If they have the technology to change part of the Earth's grids with another planet and some crystals, then what else are they capable of? Damn! Now we die on this planet because of what they did. Aw, thank you, Candace. What's up? Well, just shine. Just realize that you have more than the crown. It's just another chakra. Just like people who aren't into spiritual stuff, they don't know what the third eye really means, that it's just one of many. And some people want to know more about the third eye, but you should learn about the 4th one first before you go to the 5th one. I keep getting that disconnect notice, sorry guys. But, so, yeah, it's not like it's dangerous or something. Just realize that there's more. And that's kind of low level still. Like, compared to humans. Obviously, if you had 7D, if you have this activated on Earth, that's freaking awesome. Some of you get some high level connections to these. That's archangel. So you have, you would say, an advanced soul. You literally won't have this down here. It's only one of these star seeds coming in. You would say even we have to be awakened. Like indigos have to wake up before they start figuring all this all out. And they'll just get ideas until it happens naturally. That's why you feel out of place. We are at a place. We're high-level beings coming down to help the humans raise their consciousness. We're not saviors, right? No one's a savior. They have to do the work. But we're here making it possible. Because it's almost like, your choice has been taken away. Now there's choices. And there's realizations happening. People are awakening, man. People are changing their old beliefs. The old paradigm is obsolete. Consciousness is growing beyond the you call Pisces patriarchal consciousness. We're healing that. We're transmuting that. We're trying to make it change. Whatever the odds, we're here. We're the boots on the ground. Let's do something with it. We can awaken ourselves, but hey, we're supposed to be doing stuff here, not just escape and leave. My camera battery. So let me turn on the diagram for a second. I love you, Vato Locos. What's going on, man? I miss you guys. I want to give you a hug. Let's have a group hug, Vato. Who wants to have a Zoom? We should have a Zoom coming up. I'll look into having a Zoom, all right? I can't wait to see you guys and hear you guys talk. It'll be a... now I can turn this back on. All right, wait a second. We're going to have this problem? No way. This always happens, man. Sometimes this happens. Where my camera doesn't cooperate and it doesn't matter what I do. Great. But I still have myself. I wonder if I could... never mind. Oh, I know what I did last time. I refreshed the screen. So let me refresh my live screen. I don't know if that will help. Well, sorry you can't see my pretty face now. Oh man, come on. All right, so I got this diagram. And the angels started their war way up here in these fields. You would say the angelic war started with the races that are in these fields, like the Anunnaki and the Draconian. So the fallen angels are coming out of these races. And so they come in and have war with each other, right? First of all, the Anunnaki are coming from here, from a race called the Anu, which are part of these races. And so they decided they didn't like the High Council. They wanted to be God. They wanted to be controlled. So they actually got rid of the 12 strand. They got rid of it in their DNA and cut themselves off from the Christos. They cut themselves off. Literally. In their DNA. So when they incarnated, when it reincarnated into their form, well, they no longer had a 12 strand connection. So all darkness starts in 11D, D11. So that's how you get the fallen angels. It's sort of like the Bible, you could say, where it went against God. Well, it went against the law of one. They went against that idea. At this level, they know you know your God. I mean, you can know your God down here, but these beings definitely know that they were part of this higher connection, all the way up here to God. But as you go in a hologram and cause death and destruction, and you vampire life, well, that original intention starts to change, man. They forgot that they were connected to God. They literally cut that memory out of themselves. This is memory in here, and you cut off that memory. They don't remember that. They can only, what you call, philosophize about the law of one. They can't really feel it because they're literally disconnected. And a lot of, actually, to be more accurate, a lot of these races are over here in the phantom, the black hole space-time distortion field. They are actually coming from here. They have portals like the one in the Philadelphia experiment or the Montauk. They have portals made that, or modern things, you know, like, I don't want to say that on live, but it's like harp. Angels play harp. Angels don't play that harp. You hear what I'm saying? There's ways of them opening portals to these multi-dimensional extraterrestrials to come in. These beings from the phantom, these fallen angels, you call this hell if you want, but this is vampires. They have to feed off, because now they're fallen in the phantom, they have finite life. They don't have perpetual life force energy coming in from God because they're cut off from it. They cut themselves off from it, right way up here. Now they fell down here and fell into the phantom. They actually blew up a planet. So the Draconians also blew up a planet. They blew up planet Avion. So there is this angelic war amongst themselves. Some of the fallen angels fight amongst each other because they both want the same thing. They want control and power. Just like two competing gangsters. They want to be the ones, and they want to be the boss. They want the control. Well, that's the dark precept. That's the dark false creed. Control and harming. We don't condone it. We're Christ beings. We're Christed beings. We're for good. We're for light. We're for love. We don't judge. I'm not going to judge you, Holy One. If I do, I'm not a Christed being. Christ beings, our 12th dimensional consciousness realizes all are God, all are one. So angels come into our drama, not just the bad ones, all the ones in red, but some of these good ones, like the nice Pleiadians. Of course, not all Pleiadians are good. No wonder my battery wasn't charged enough or something. Anyways, Nordics, some Nordics that are good, but not all Nordics are good. So, just want to make sure we're getting this through. Let me read your comments. Texas, Candace, Allah, Monty, Texas, Nathan Hall, Alichka, two competing gangsters in chat. Well, maybe that's why Candace had to take her out. So far, she hasn't let me down. So a UFC fight? I used to be into that, man. Oh, at least you warned him. Yeah, we'll get trolls every now and then, but he's done that more than once. If he does it another time, just make it a longer ban or something. But anyways, we're trying to get along and be peaceful, and sometimes people will do that. And you know, they get pleasure off of causing issues. Anyways, we won't put focus on it. We're trying to awaken, enlighten ourselves, and we're gaining this knowledge about really what are angels and archangels, and seeing how it's a spiritual war, even if we don't want it to be. Obviously, we want to get along. There are good tribes. Let me introduce to you the concept of a bi-star seed, which is actually what the Hebrew people originally are, a bi-star seed. They have Melchizedek star seed. The Hebrews are part Melchizedek star seed and part Hebrew. So that's what you call a bi-star seed. These are bi-star seeds and some tri-star seeds. The Mua, which is Lemuria, originating from Lemurian. U and these are tri-star seeds. That means they have more than one starseed race. 3. Then there's a human tribe. This is us. We have all these races in us. We have 12 races eventually. These races in the future are in your junk DNA. These races right here are in your junk. It's not junk, honey. This is your superhuman powers. This is your starseed DNA too, starting from here. So this is a light and dark thing going on here. So I'll be finishing up tonight, you guys. I thank you so much for being in my live. Sorry we had a camera problem. I got to figure out how to stop that. But it was a great honor to have you guys here with me. We are always trying to develop ourselves. We're always trying to, be positive. Maztik Mami. That's a cool name. That's a really cool name. Greetings, Holy One. We got Serene Journey. Be loved. That's right. It's not even that hard to be loved, guys. Come on, you can do it. You guys can do it. Thank you, Chan, for being here. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Candace. You're awesome. Thank you for watching our back. Thank you for being part of this service. This is service to others. And can you guys imagine if we were all loving each other? Oh my gosh, right? Queen Peachy King. D. Peach King. Alright, somebody likes peaches. That's right. We're finishing what our ancestors started, man. We're not schmucks. We got some powerful connections, vatos. I welcome all you newcomers, and I thank you. Shout out to all my members who have joined and are supporting Christos Avatar. You guys, you can too if you push the join button or go to my Patreon. On my Patreon, where you can also arrange one-on-one, like a consultation, or just hit chill or whatever you want. You can also send me a donation through PayPal. I put that link below. So you guys are awesome. I see a lot of regulars now coming. Much respect to you guys. Much love to you. And I'm not sure if I caught the person who. There was one tip for $1.99. Thank you guys. Thank you, Holy One. Oh, we talking Christos Avatar, or the what you call darn it, what's it called? Discord server. If you become a member, you can join our Discord server and keep it. We all have a chat. It's $5. Well, actually $10, because we're trying to offer different points. Thank you, Serene. You're awesome, Holy One. Thank you, Holy One. I love all you crazy vatos. Gangsters in the house. What's up? Peace and love, vatos. You're awesome. We're going to make the difference. Let's do this. Namaste, vato locos. See you on the flip-flop, gangsters. Spiritual G's. Yeah, love yourself, love others. Send that love out. Send that Christ love out, that Christ consciousness. We can do this. Namaste. Love you guys. I'll think about you. Yeah.